We're talking today with Professor Jose Augusto Guilhon Albuquerque, who's professor at the University of Sao Paulo at USP and also a visiting fellow at Campinas University. Jose Augusto, thank you very much for spending time with us. We're interested in your opinion about the results of the recent presidential elections in Brazil. How do you see Dilma Rousseff's second term unfolding? What do you anticipate?
Well, I think that we cannot expect any kind of relevant change in the economy, economic policy. She's not going to change because she doesn't think that any kind of imbalance in the economy. Every flaw comes from external factors, and she didn't on the day after her election. She didn't say that she was going to make different to take relevant decision on this field. More than that, she said she would be do some little adjustments. She says locally, I think, some specific adjustments. Probably more credit for consumers, this kind of thing. So no economist in Brazil expect any kind of change in the economic policy
Okay.
region. For yes,
Go ahead. No,
for
I was
what
just going to continue.
concerns, okay,
What do you think about
okay.
the slowing economy? Do you think she has any policy plans for improving growth in Brazil?
Look, what all the economists say at this point is that she should have to rebalance the economy, not to base it on consumers' demand, but to base it on new investments.
Yeah.
There's no money for this. So either she changes her vision of Brazilian economy as something that should be based on domestic markets and domestic production uh, won't work.
So you're not looking for any great changes from a new Dilma Rousseff government or any quick fix to the economic stagnation in Brazil?
Yeah, no one is.
Okay. Now, much of the press in the United States and Europe, in analyzing the elections, spoke about polarization in Brazil. That's a strong term. What is your view? Do you see the country becoming polarized?
Look, last year there were a sort of very widespread dissatisfaction in the public in general. They went to the streets protesting against government, against all kinds of authority, but it was like a bubble that it didn't go ahead. But millions and millions of people showed that they are very dissatisfied with the whole situation. But this feeling was not expressed in the elections in terms of one or other candidate, one or other candidacy. But in a sense, I think that Aécio was favored by this kind of sentiment that didn't, in fact, that all the opposition, all the center and the southeast and the south of Brazil against the north and northeast were wanting to get rid of PT. That's one side of the question.
Get rid of
But
the ruling
PT is
party.
not.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
No, I'm just saying
but
they wanted to get rid of the
yeah,
ruling party. Go ahead. Excuse me.
yeah, it is the ruling party.
Yeah.
He has a hegemonic conception of ruling party, and they think that they can the state in their hands can change society. They say that very openly, and it's left wing is very dissatisfied because after 12 years of in power, they should be much closer to Bolivia, Venezuela, and perhaps Argentina than they are, and the society as a whole doesn't agree with the external policy and also with the economic policy.
So you see any possibility in the near future, in the next 4 years, of the opposition coming together, consolidating to create a platform in which to oppose the PT?
Uh, well, I don't expect so much because the opposition now is rallying to resist immediately to her very aggressive day after. And they already they took what we call a legislative measure that goes against one decree, on presidential decree, create a sort of general popular council that would exist in every public service in Brazil, the ministers and also in the Congress, etc., etc. Sort of Soviets, if you like.
Right.
But it was stopped by the Congress the
Uh-huh.
day after her election.
Right. So she's
So
not yet able to convert her reelection into a lever of power over the government yet. So we'll see what happens.